Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am sorry. We are sorry for the technical issue, but it's already been fixed. So here we are again. And thank you for joining us today for our webinar on recovering from a Google penalty due to bad backlink. So I'm Christopher Nicosia, a backlink specialist of Wow Visible, and I'm excited to share some critical information with you that can help get your website back on track. So this webinar aims to share a step-by-step guide to removing bad links. So, okay, let's go. Here, uh, what would you think if you receive a Google penalty for bad links? What would you feel? Let's face it, receiving a Google penalty can feel like a punch to the gut. One day, your site is um, cruising, ranking well, and the next, your traffic plummets, and you're left scratching your head. Why? Why this happened? Um, all because this sudden drop is often due to a Google penalty, and specifically today, we're focusing on those related to bad links. So the good news, while serious, link-related penalties are often recoverable. It takes effort, patience, and systematic approach, but it's absolutely doable. So today we're going to break down exactly how you can identify, address, and recover from those penalties. So you need to understand link-related penalties. So what exactly are link-related penalties in Google's eye? So Google's aim is to provide the best and most relevant results to users. When websites try to manipulate rankings through artificial and unnatural links, Google steps in. Uh, I have these common offenders include, and I'll show you some example of bad backlinks. So first, paid links. What is paid links? What are these? Paid links that aren't properly disclosed with no follow or sponsored tags, basically buying your way to the top. So don't do that. Link farm and directories with low quality. Link farm and directories with low quality, these are sites whose sole purpose is to exchange links, not to provide value. And next, this one, excessive reciprocal linking. Excessive reciprocal linking is just exchanging links back and forth with everyone. And the next, this one, spammy blog comments with links. What are these? Spammy blog comments or forum signatures with optimized anchor text. You know the ones, you know some example of that, or you can just ask me and I will answer that. And this one, links from irrelevant websites. What are these? These are, so I'll give you an example of this. If you are a florist getting links from a car repair shop, it raises a red flag, right? And there are more nefarious tactics such as hidden links and doorway pages. What are these? I'll explain to you what is hidden links. Hidden links are hyperlinks that are intentionally made invincible to users but readable by search engines. These are often used to manipulate a website SEO without affecting the user experience through in an unethical way. Why is it bad? Why is hidden links bad? Search engines consider hidden links as an attempt to manipulate rankings and will penalize or even remove such websites from their index. And the next is doorway pages. What are Derby pages? Derby pages are low-quality web pages created specifically to rank certain keywords and funnel visitors to a different page or site. They are not useful or meaningful to users, but are designed to attract search traffic and redirect it. So I will see some comments here. Okay. Why are Derby pages bad? Because search engine see Derby pages as a poor user. See Derby pages as a form of spam because they provide poor user experience and artificially inflate rankings from to your website. So Google explicitly states that Derby pages violate their webmaster guidelines. So these are the strategies of backlinking that you need to uh you you should not do, excuse me. So let us continue on the step to identify the penalty. So these are your steps. The very first step is to confirm and understand the penalty. For manual penalties, Google will tell you directly. You'll find a message in your Google search console under the manual actions and under the manual actions report. So this message will often give you a clue as to what the issue is like and natural links to your site. So if it's an algorithmic penalty, you won't get a direct message. Instead, you'll see a sudden significant drop in your traffic and keyword rankings in your analytics. This often coincides with a known Google algorithm update. So if your backlinking tactics are good, but your traffic goes down and your keyword rankings is low, your site may be affected to the Google algorithm update. So you should watch out for that. And knowing which type you have dictates your next step, especially when it comes to the reconsideration request, which we'll cover in this next which we'll cover later. We will cover that later. So let's proceed to step 2. Once you've identified a potential link penalty, it's time to become a detective. You need to dig into your backlink profile. This is where a thorough backlink audit comes in. You'll want to use reliable tools for this. Of course, start with Google Search Console links reports. It shows what Google sees, but for a more comprehensive view, you'll need third-party tools like Href, SEMrush, Moz, or Majestic. These tools will give you a list of your backlinks along with crucial metrics like domain rating, domain authority, spam score, anchor text, and more. Explore all this data into a spreadsheet. This is your raw material, and organizing it properly will make the next steps much smoother. So let's continue to step 3. Identifying and categorizing backlinks. Now, here comes the manual work. Going through your backlink profile and separating the good from the truly toxic. You must look for these red flags. I'll mention these red flags, okay? High spam scores from tools like Moz or Hrefs, while not perfect, they are not perfect, but they're a good indicator. Another is links from irrelevant or foreign languages websites that have nothing to do with your niche. Don't the next one is sites with low domain authority or domain rating combined with suspicious content. So these are examples of bad links. And another is suspicious anchor text patterns, especially exact match keywords in bulk, particularly if they look forced or excuse me, or unnatural. Another is a link from sites that are clearly link farms. PBNs. What is PBNs? Private blog networks or web directories that offer no real value. You'll want to categorize this as you go. So this is how you do it. You should create columns in your spreadsheet for link type, reasons for toxic, and action. I would recommend outreach, disavow. This systematic approach is key. Let's go to the step number 4. Step number 4, the outreach process, reaching out for removal. Your first line of defense is always to try and get the bad links removed manually. This means reaching out to the website's owner. You should reach out to the website owner. It's crucial for manual penalties, as it demonstrates genuine effort to Google. If you're asking, how do I contact the website owner? How do you find the contact info? So in their website, look for contact us pages, social media profiles, or use tools like Whois, lookups for domains, registration details. But always remember, be polite and professional in your email. I could send you a template for you to adapt from, or I could just say this. You should put a subject, link removal request for your website, and body, your name of your website, and you should put the specific URL of the backlink, and keep a detailed login in your spreadsheet, date connected, method, response, and outcome. But be prepared for low response rates. Many sites won't reply, and that's okay, because that led us to our next step. So you should listen to this next step. So this next step is creating and submitting a disavow file. When your outreach effort is fall flat, or if you have a massive number of links to deal with, Google's disavow tool is your next best friend. So what are these? These tools tells Google to ignore specific links when evaluating your site. Think of it as telling Google, hey, I know about these links and I want nothing to do with them. This is a powerful tool, but use it with caution. Only disavow links you are confident are harmful. And accidentally disavowing a good link can excuse me. Accidentally disavowing a good links can damage your SEO. So be careful with that. Your disavow file must be a plain text, text file with one URL or domain per line. For example, I think I should paste it on the screen, but I should read this one. So, example, your website, and you should put the domain and page. So you should do that to disavow an entire domain. Once your file is ready, you'll upload it through the Google Disavow Links tool in Search Console. It's a fairly straightforward process, but ensure your file is correctly formatted. Just be sure that it is correctly formatted. Okay, so let's go to step number 6, monitoring and re-evaluation. recovery isn't instant. After submitting your this above file or you resolve a manual action, patience is the key. Google needs time to process your this above file and reevaluate your site. This can take weeks or even months. During this period, continuously monitor your Google Search Console for any changes in manual action message. Keep an eye on your analytics for signs of traffic recovery. Additionally, regularly reevaluate your backlink profile, and new bad links can also pop up. So ongoing vigilance is crucial. Be vigilant, guys, on your backlinks. So let's go to step number 7, the reconsideration request for manual penalties. This step is specific to manual penalties. If you receive a manual action after you've completed your audit, attempted link removals, and submitted your this above file, you need to submit a reconsideration request to Google. This serves as your appeal to Google. Be transparent, detailed, and professional. Your request should include, you should put this on your request, an acknowledgement of the identified issue, a detailed explanation of the steps you took, how you audited your outreach efforts with evidence. What kind of evidence? Evidence like your outreach log and that you submitted a this above file. A commitment to preventing future issue by adopting ethical link building practices. So be concise but thorough. Google wants to see that you understand the problem and have made a genuine effort to fix it. Don't be discouraged if your first request is denied. Refine your efforts and try again. So this next would be, I'll show you this best practices for link building moving forward. So if you have encountered bad links, Google penalties due to toxic links, you should do this practice moving forward. Okay. Recovering from a penalty is just one part of the journey. The other crucial part is to ensure you don't end up in this situation again. Focus on building a strong, natural, and ethical link profile moving forward. So this means adapting white hat link building strategies. And you should prioritize creating valuable, high quality content that naturally attracts links because people want to reference it. Look into guest blogging on reputable and relevant sites. You should explore tactics like broken link building, where you find broken links on other sites and suggest your content as replacement. The goal of this is to earn link based on the merit of your content and your website's authority, not by trying to game the system. This builds a much more resilient and sustainable SEO strategy. So, okay, I hope you understand what I was talking here. This is my first time doing webinar live, but this is not my first time facing link building issues and fixing them. So let's move to Q&A. So I have a question here for the viewers. So this question states, what was the single most valuable piece of information or strategy you learned today that you'll apply to your website? So I should look for the comments. So I think my phone is loading. I can't see any questions here, so do you have any questions? I did not see any questions on my. Oh, let's. I see here Miss Mary Apple Biliarias, Broken Link Building. Yeah, thank you, Miss Mary. It's fantastic to hear that. It's great to know that these points resonated so strongly. So focusing on broken link building to recover is very crucial. So it shows you're ready to take concrete action. So thank you, Miss. Miss Rofia, yes. Understanding link related penalties. That should be, you need to understand what your penalty is about in order for you to correct that penalty, right? So let's move to the next question. So here we go. The question is, what's the very first action you plan to take in the next 24 to 48 hours to start addressing your site's backlink profile or potential penalty? Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry for my cough. So, there's another question. So you can you answer this? What's your action, your very first action in the next uh, 24 to 48 hours? I see here audit backlinks. Oh, backlink audit. Miss Mary, backlink audit. Yes, that should be, that is an excellent action. Taking immediate action, even if it's small, is crucial for momentum. Remember, remember guys, consistency is the key in this process. So good luck with the first step. So disavowing spammy backlinks. Yes, Miss just them. Disavowing spammy backlink, but be careful not to disavow good links, right? That could damage your site's SEO. So another question. This one. For those who have faced a Google penalty before, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone just starting their recovery journey? So, any of you here, can any of you give advice for those first timer? I mean, someone just starting their journey for website recovery. Can you give any advice? None? Okay. Uh, I would just give one advice. As I said earlier, if you are just starting and receive Google and you've already faced Google penalty, this advice is for you. Be patient. It takes longer than you think, but don't give up. don't give up. Okay. And my another advice is document everything. As I said earlier, everything must be documented. Every email, every disavow file, and every submission date must be documented. Okay. So for the next question, here we go. What's one topic related to SEO or Google penalties that you'd like us to cover in a future webinar? So I am not the only link builder on Wow Visible. So if you want another topic related to SEO or Google penalty, you can suggest, guys. So some of our link builder can tackle that topic. So can you suggest any? Okay, if you have any suggestion, guys. Yes, Miss Justine Demetriou said, consult an expert in the field to avoid further penalties. That I think this is related to the last question. Yes, Miss Justine is right. If you do not know how to identify the penalty or what causes the penalty, seek for help. Look for experts, right? So here we go to another Q&A. This one. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being extremely helpful and 1 being not helpful, how would you rate to this webinar for your specific situation? So be honest, guys. I will not be offended if you give me 1 or 2. I will not be offended. If I see a rating here, Miss Mary give 5, Miss Shai Circle give 5, Miss Casey Faye 5, Sir Jed Vincent Moran give 5, Miss Sofia 5, Ciceros 5. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for that feedback. It helps us immensely in tailoring our future content. We're really glad to see 5 rating of 5, and that you that is very helpful for us. So that is very helpful for someone like me who this is my very first live webinar. I'm nervous about this live webinar, but if you show me a bad link, I assure you I can help you with that. I can help you fix that with the help of the team. So that's it, guys. I think thank you all. Thank you all for your time and attention today. I hope this guide has given you a clear roadmap for recovering from Google penalty related to bad links. If you have further questions after the webinar or need specialized help, please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay. You can find us at wowvisible.com or connect us on our Facebook page and LinkedIn page. We're here to help you navigate the complexities of SEO and get your site thriving again. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day.